decades. If things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Arizona will put it away to start this one. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bearcats offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit.
There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Quick completion on the out route. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. He wants to change this route. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. So Arizona's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Nice punt return. I tell you what, it's always nice to have a good field position, but it's nice to have a guy back deep. When you kick it to him, you're holding your breath. It's so exciting. The fans get jacked up, and you know.
Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The give is to Williams. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Bearcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Georgia Tech ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous gold unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Nelson. Snagged out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Let's get a few yards on this play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got the back in the middle. Turning it on! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Arizona. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think we saw that deep middle area vacated. He said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give is to Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He's got his man across the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Power football with the run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
They'll leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Lets it fly on the move. Makes the grab deep. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Nelson. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. It's complete to the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's the way to catch a big fella.
Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! A great catch and run for 6.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Grab near the marker, it's Coleman. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. Inside the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game 2. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Butler. There he goes. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Baker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That's caught. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Bearcats are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Johnson. Across the 25, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking for a man, it's Nelson. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on first and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Powell. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Arizona comes out with another first down. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's on target and complete. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that's in Arizona.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arizona. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Got a man, it's Wilson. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Finds a tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Back to pass, it's Nelson. It's complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Spins away from the defense. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Dropping back, it's Baker. Got a man, it's Jackson. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes his man miss. Gets it past the marker. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. From the 17-yard line, it's first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Nelson. Makes the catch. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Walks one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Defense looks like they're coming. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Touchdown, Arizona. And here they come, almost all the way back. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give is to Williams. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Baker. Makes the catch, it's Hamilton. At midfield, he's got room. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
The Bearcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quickly complete. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wideout. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense. The give is to Williams. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Steps away to find some room. Still on his feet at the 40. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down, he'll throw it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
They've given up some yards, and they're not in a great spot, but here's the good thing. The defense is up a couple of possessions. If you force a field goal here, it becomes a lot harder to lose this football game. So don't be too aggressive. Play back, try to get the stop, and try to force the field goal.
Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown Wildcats. And the comeback is on.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The 18 unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
To the air, it's Baker. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Finds his big tight end. He's not going to get there as the defense makes the stop. The lead remains at 8. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here. But that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Finds his tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Still on his feet at the 45. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Arizona. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work is done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the two-point conversion here. Pick your play. Let's get ready to roll.
He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Finds his target down the middle.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Works the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 37.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. The give is to Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the back. Hard running there. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arizona! And they're on top here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Unleashes one. He caught it. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's touchdown Bearcats. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. overtime, they'll try to win it or lose it on a two-point conversion. Back to throw, it's Baker. He got it! The aggressive call pays off and wins the game in overtime.
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done and the offense to live.
Man, all this time, all the energy, all the effort to get to that one singular play. Offense versus defense for a two-point conversion, and the offense comes through with the win.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.